early on they had 11 of their 12 guys really within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage, and it made things really difficult for Toronto. But Coach Dinwiddie's been able to counter that a little bit. They got the ball moving, and then it looked like we were going to go into the half with about a touchdown lead for the Argos. But Caleb Evans put a really nice drive together at the end. He was able to buy himself some time. Found Jalen Acklin deep. You can't cover Jalen Acklin for that long in zone coverage. He's going to find a hole, and that's what they did. So it's 13-13 at the half. But the Argos have outplayed Ottawa in this one. It's just they've let them hang around.
I was going to say that was going to be my third question, but I'll make that my next one. Jalen Acklin, the former Hamilton Tiger Cat, how do they stop him in the second half? I believe he's got over 100 yards receiving alone in the first half.
He does, but two of those have been on, one was on a bust and one was just when Evans buys that much time, he's a good enough receiver to get lost and find space. But on the bust, it looked like Amos and McFadden both dropped out. They both thought they had deep coverage. No one took the flats, and so he was left there all alone. Ended up being a 45-yard gain. I think there was a missed tackle for McFadden on that play too. But it's more bad luck. I don't think they have to re-scheme anything. It's just a bust and then Evans buying time. It's those two big plays. You take those two away, and he's been pretty well contained, obviously.
Okay, I was going to ask you thoughts on the Argos offense, and one of the issues this whole season has been their slow starts in the first quarter and not really get going until maybe the second quarter or third quarter. I heard somebody in the press box, I don't know who it was, but they said, why don't they go to more of a 2-minute offense, a higher, faster tempo offense with McLeod Bethel-Thompson? He seems to be more in rhythm with a faster tempo offense. What's your thoughts on that?
He does respond well to that. I don't know if that's it's a hard thing to do all the time. That puts a lot of pressure on your defense, especially if your offense. If they're scoring, it's great. Some of these offensive juggernaut teams that put up 40 and 50 points, that strategy works pretty well. Toronto's not really that kind of team, and so I don't think they're trying to. I don't know if that's the best strategy for them. They struggled early in man coverage, and then once they made the adjustment, Coach Dinwiddie adjusted a little bit by getting those Z quicks and quick screens to Curly Gittens Jr. Those worked really nicely. And then that touchdown to Banks, again, it's man coverage because Ottawa's so hell-bent on pressuring and run blitzing and stopping Harris that those opportunities are going to open up. I haven't seen a replay of that Banks touchdown, but I think that was a double move. I think McLeod Thompson had a pump fake in there, and it's just so hard to stick with a guy like Banks on the double move. So as long as the O-line can buy time, he's going to find people in one-on-one matchups. But I like McLeod Bethel-Thompson against zone a little better than I do against man, and Ottawa's been playing a lot of man. So we'll see how they adjust in the second half.
I was going to say, and when you're playing a winless team, 0-6, I don't think Ottawa is as bad as 0-6. They are very dangerous. And I was going to ask, Ben, what are just a couple of keys to an Argos win in the second half?
Yeah, and they know coming into this, Ottawa's the best 0-6 team there may have ever been in the CFL. They really should have beat Winnipeg in the opener. They probably should have a couple more wins in there too. They're a really good football team. Toronto knows this coming in. They weren't going to get caught off guard. So it's not like a lack of effort or anything like that from the Argos. It's just Ottawa's a good football team. So they're hanging with them, but they deserve to. They belong in any game. There's no team right now. This is the best thing about the CFL in 2022. There's no team that doesn't belong in any game against anybody, and that's why the league's been so much fun to watch this year.
I was going to say, and it was a perfect night for football here. I was hoping to see 20,000 fans, but I guess we'll just have to, hopefully later in the season, more people come out, because this is a tremendous stadium, and the Argonauts are doing a great job with their promotions and getting fans engaged before the game.
Yeah, you and me both. It's a great place to watch football. It's been beautiful weather all season long too. I don't know why there aren't more people out. Honestly, it's a great place. It's a great team. We're out here and we know how great it is. But just the value alone, if you're looking to take your family out for an evening entertainment, 5 o'clock starts perfect too. Your kids aren't falling asleep at halftime or anything like that. The place should be packed. It's not. It's sad. I don't have the answers, but it's the best value in the city. And anyone watching this, if you haven't come down and you have the means to be able to come down to BMO for a game, you won't regret it.
Okay, Ben, I'm going to let you go because I know halftime's wrapping up, but I want to say thank you so much for coming on live with CDP. And I was going to say, where can people find your podcast about the Argonauts again?
They can find all our stuff at xsandArgos.com. You can follow me at Ben_Grant on Twitter or at xsandArgos on Twitter. Thanks so much, Chris. Love talking to you.
Thank you, Ben, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.